I wake up, flex, thumb down that, check, no drip this, wet. Tell them run it up, no sleep, might crash, might wreck, but first I stretch, tell them run it up.
Yo, what's good, family? I got fed, peace, love, and the most ascension, man. Welcome and welcome back to my channel. My name is Dudley, aka Dudley Duds with DudleyDuds.com. So real quick, out of respect for you guys this time, I'm gonna try to make this video nice and simple. I'm about to step out, but I felt compelled in my heart to make this video so maybe this can provide some clarity or value to somebody. And so that's my intention with this video. So I was scrolling through social media just now and I was checking my DMs and looking through the long list of DMs that I get from you guys. And so, by the way, as I keep saying, the best way to probably reach me is through email or simply booking a consultation with me, because I just cannot read all of my DMs. I can't. If you have a question, just book a consultation if you want anything answered. So with that being said, in this video, my intention is to give you guys 7 truths that I've come to realize within my life of how I stay spiritually centered, especially with all the crazy stuff going on right now in the world. This is what I've found to make me spiritually centered. And so a quick disclaimer, in this community, the community that I've built, Dudley Duds, is full of many different people from all different walks of life, from different backgrounds, religions, and regions of the world. So regardless of what you are, just take what resonates with you and apply it to your life. Okay, so with that being said, the #1 truth and way that I found to, be spiritually centered is to simply focus on your own path. What do I mean by this, right? In this modern day, a lot of us are living for other people. This could be your employer, this could even be your spouse, it could be your friends, it could be your brother, sister, whatever. You're not living your truth and you're not focusing on your own path. And so oftentimes what happens is we'll do things, we'll go get a specific degree in a field that we think is going to make us a lot of money, but that's not really what we're passionate about. Or we're doing what our husband wants us to do, our wife, our friend. We're trying to work up the ranks of corporate America and do all these different things, but we're not really being fulfilled. We're doing all these other things, and so when we finally get to that destination that we had on a pedestal, we are met with a feeling of emptiness and a feeling of lack and yearning for more, because we were blinded by the perception of what we thought this thing was going to bring us. And so you got to be able to focus on yourself and ask yourself what makes you happy. A lot of times when I'm consulting people, I simply ask them what makes you happy. 9 times out of 10 they can't answer that question for me. And so it's very important that you focus on your own path and get to know yourself and figure out what fills up your cup. If something doesn't serve you, get rid of it. Life is very simple. Very simple. You can leave any situation. I don't care if you're married with 8 kids. You can leave any situation if you're not happy. And so focus on your own path. Don't get blindsided by what everybody else has going on, especially with today with social media. You see people posting pictures with supercars and stuff, and I know I'm gonna sound kind of hypocritical because I post pictures like that too, but that's me living my life. You feel me? I'm not worried about anybody else. I like supercars. But you have to focus on your own path and figure out what makes you happy, what makes you fulfilled, and whatever makes you fulfilled, continuously do that. Okay, continuously do that. #2, after you are focusing on your path, you want to live your truth, because there are a lot of people that are on their path but they're just going through the motions. You got to live your truth. And what I mean by this is whatever truly makes you happy, regardless of what the world has to say, do it. Regardless of whatever anybody has to say about your vision or what you like to do, you gotta do it, okay? And do it to the fullest, because I'm telling you right now, you don't want to leave this vessel and then have regret of things that you could have did, things that you could have maximized between the hyphen of your birth date and your death date. If you like to, listen, it can be anything. It ain't my business, but whatever you like to do, just do it, okay? So I feel like 1 and 2 are kind of the same, but I really wanted to specify what I mean by living your truth. Your truth is anything that truly makes you feel blissful, okay? I'll give you an example. I have a couple of truths, right? One, I like to serve and help people, and the the vessel that I've been able to do that through is health and wellness, okay? And so I serve people through my books and programs. I feel fulfilled. Another thing is hobbies. I like cars, I like sports, stuff like that. Those are my truths. Those are things that I truly like. And so you got to figure out what makes you truly happy. All right. Number three is a very important one, right? Because this one is going to be met with a lot of resistance. Number 3 is get out of your comfort zone. The reason why getting out of your comfort zone helps you become spiritually centered is because you are now met with resistance. You are now uncomfortable, and when you are uncomfortable, you have room to grow. Okay, and so I put myself in uncomfortable situations all the time. I'm doing speaking engagements and stuff like that. You guys know my story. I speak multiple languages, and as a kid I had a severe speech impediment and stuttering problem, and now I get paid to speak. The irony. So this is the strength, the power of you truly putting yourself in uncomfortable situations. Okay, understand, you putting yourself in an uncomfortable situation looks different to you than to somebody else. For me, mine was speaking in public, right? To somebody else, speaking in public can be a piece of cake. You feel me? To somebody else, it could be getting in the gym and working out. To me, that's a piece of cake. So this is very personalized on what getting outside of your comfort zone is. What I found with a lot of my clients is that a lot of people these days have an issue making eye contact and engaging in dialogue with people, especially because of the disconnect through the technology that we're using now. People don't know how to actually engage in person, and so that could be one situation that's uncomfortable. Well, if that's your situation, make it a mission to go, talk to somebody every day, shake their hand, look them in the eyes, and actually speak with them. Okay, engage and be human. And so putting yourself in an uncomfortable situation every day has helped me become spiritually centered, because it makes me thankful for progression. It makes me thankful for just growth and challenge, because it's impossible for life to come without its challenges. Because if we were not challenged, if we did not face adversity, we wouldn't have a purpose to live. We wouldn't be able to grow. We wouldn't be able to evolve, and ultimately through that adversity, we wouldn't be able to obtain calluses in which will serve us in serving other people that need our services or whatever we have to offer to this experience, this planet. Do you understand? So it goes much deeper than just being uncomfortable. You're uncomfortable for a reason, and that reason is going to serve the master with whatever you have to offer. You guys always hear me preaching and saying you have a unique set of talents, experiences, and gifts that you have to offer. And sometimes for you to maximize those gifts and talents, you have to go through uncomfortable situations so that you can be equipped with all of the things necessary to be able to serve who you have to serve. Alright, so that's number 3, is being in uncomfortable situations. Going on to number 4. Well, number 4, eat healthy. Number 4 is simply to eat healthy. You guys know that I'm a big advocate for eating healthy. I have my 2 recipe ebooks, High Vibing Soul Food, High Vibing Dessert. For me, I follow a 85-15 lifestyle, meaning 85% of my nutrition comes from whole food, plant-based foods, and then the other 15, if I want some fish, if I want some chicken, depending on what country I'm in, I'll have those foods. I eat a lot of herbs, a lot of fresh fruits, vegetables, predominantly plant-based. Most of my food is plant-based. I don't eat any dairy. I really don't drink alcohol. And so what this does is it lifts up your vibration. When you are eating healthy, high-vibing foods, you're lifting up your vibration. You got to understand that we are in this vessel for the time being. And so the same way that you have to maintain a car or maintain a house, you have to maintain this vessel, because this skin right here that's talking to you, I'm not talking to you. The consciousness inside of this vessel is manifesting itself and talking to you. And so you have to honor yourself every single day with the foods that we eat, with the things that we consume, whether that be via media, the people that were around, different energies. And so when I say eat healthy, it could be food, it could be the energies that are around you, it can be all types of media that you're consuming, audibly, visually, and so this all ties into each other. You have to eat to truly listen. I'm living that game right now. You have to eat to live, you feel me? Don't live to eat. And so part of that is watching what you intake, eating high vibing foods, dark leafy greens, fresh non-GMO vegetables, which I know that can be difficult for some people. Well, learn how to garden. You feel me? Learn how to cultivate. You have a certain, spiritual link to something when you have cultivated from the ground. This is why I garden. This is why I'm always talking about herbs. You know what I'm saying? And so eating healthy is a big part of getting spiritually centered, especially with all of the chaotic things, all of the crazy energy that's around us in the workspace, in school, on the train, at the airport, traveling. We come across a lot of different energies that can weigh us down, and we take those energies home and don't even understand why we're lashing out on people, why we're not happy, why we feel unfulfilled. A lot of us are swapping energies every single day. I haven't even talked about, the intimate relationships that we have with people that don't serve us. A lot of us have a lot of things around us that we need to detox from, and healthy consumption can mitigate those issues, right? So eating healthy is very important. And then moving into number 5, breathe deeply. Remember this, a deep breath will take you further than a shallow breath could ever. And so in this modern day society, a lot of us are so stressed out where a lot of people are in the rat race, and they're trying to get to a place that they hate in a rush. They're rushing in traffic, weaving in and out, fight, doing all this crazy thing, trying to get money and all this stuff. And we're taking short, shallow breaths. We're always in a state of like suspense, always in a rush, trying to get the new thing, trying to impress this person on Instagram, trying to do this. You need to take a deep breath. You see, when we take a deep breath, it reminds you that you're having a human experience. It centers you. It brings more oxygen into your lungs. It's so important to breathe deeply. It's so important to practice mindful breathing. When everybody else is breathing shallow and they're in a rush, you have to be calm, tranquil, centered, collective. And one way to do this is to breathe deeply and control yourself. It's gonna be okay, okay? And so I'm a firm believer in taking deep breaths. This has helped me tremendously throughout my life, throughout owning my own business, throughout dealing with people that stress me out, people that are negative, dealing with negative situations, toxic situations, all types of things that are hard. Taking a deep breath has transformed my life. I can't even really explain it. So this is another way that I spiritually center myself, and that you can also spiritually center yourself. Number 6, exercise. You guys knew it was coming. Exercise, simply because our bodies are made to move. And so whenever you're living a sedentary life, you're not eating healthy, and you're not doing all these other things that I put on this list, you have stagnant energy and build up inside of your body, and this is where we start to see sicknesses manifest. Cancers, all types of chronic illnesses start to accumulate within the body, because all of that stagnant energy, not to mention the processed foods, the GMO foods, the toxic situations, the air that we're breathing, all types of things. All of these things factor into maladies within the body that manifest themselves. And so movement is something that can heal, whether that be dancing, whether that be you doing basketball, weightlifting, yoga, Pilates, swimming. I do it all, you feel me? But it's all that. It can help you just remove that stagnant energy, okay? I'll give you an example. If you've ever observed, a really young dog that hasn't been snipped, if you try to keep that dog in the house, that dog is gonna rip everything. Your couch, it's gonna rip things to pieces. But if you let it go outside in the yard and just run itself, it comes back and it's calm, you feel me? It's calm and it's nice, and it has to do that every single day. It's the same way as us. In modern day society, we're sitting at desk, you feel me, like I'm at now. We're eating processed foods, laying down in bed, watching TV all the time, social media, releasing so much dopamine. We're sedentary, and so that opens up the avenue for maladies. And so this is why I say exercise is so important, because you release certain endorphins in your brain whenever you exercise, and you get rid of that energy, okay? And you start to look better, you start to feel better, you start to become more confident, you start to become more fulfilled. And you cannot serve other people if you are not serving yourself. And so for me, I always say you know, it's tough to really listen to somebody that's not in shape. Because if you don't honor yourself, how can you honor me? Okay, and so this is why I say exercise is so important. Now, moving into the final one that keeps me spiritually centered is simply acceptance. Now, this is a deep one. I'm not going to get too in-depth with this, but acceptance can mean accepting your current situation, but you don't have to be content with it, which is accepting this is where I'm at right now. It may not be where I want to be, but I'm going to take and extract everything I need to learn in order to propel me into the next chapter of my life. Well, while I'm here, I'm going to show gratitude. You know, I'm going to accept it. I see where I'm at. I'm going to do everything that I have to do to extract every piece of knowledge, every little fruit that I have to take. I'm going to consume it, and then I can move forward. You see, a lot of you are seeing the sequence 666 because you're stuck in a cycle of being unbalanced, and you're repeating the same perpetual cycle and chapter in your life over and over and over again. It's because you haven't accepted it and you haven't learned from it. Only through acceptance and learning can you move forward and elevate yourself. I'm not saying be content where you're at. You feel me? We all have goals and all have things that we want to do. But if you can learn to accept where you're at for what it is and understand that this doesn't have to be where you stay, but you can extract whatever knowledge you have to take from this season and keep moving forward, you're going to continuously elevate throughout your life, okay? So acceptance is, you know, finally what helps me stay spiritually centered and realizing that I'm here right now. Of course I want more, but I'm here for a reason. And so whatever that reason is, I open myself up to learning what I have to learn in this season of my life in order to become the man that I have to be in the next season of my life. I know there's something very valuable here that I need to understand because I keep on repeating this same cycle. And once I figure out what that thing is, I got it. Now that I've learned it, I can finally move forward along my journey. Okay, so remember, you gotta focus on yourself, okay? Focus on your own path. You have to live your truth, right? Of course, you know what I'm saying? You've gotta breathe deeply, okay? You've gotta be able to accept things, okay? You've gotta be able to eat healthy and watch what you're consuming, okay? You have to do something that makes you happy. All of these things have factored into my life and helping me become spiritually centered with all the chaos that's going on in the world. And hopefully this provides some type of insight, clarity, and value to you guys. So with that being said, family, I love you guys. The most peace, love, and ascension. I extend my gratitude to you, and I just want to say thank you to everybody that supports me, whether it's through my fitness workouts, whether it's through booking a consultation with me and allowing me to serve you and help you, whether you're a part of my self-made master program. We are killing it right now with my students that are finally leaving their jobs and escaping the rat race and creating multiple streams of income for themselves at home and just becoming free, and just, whew, I'm happy, man. So with that being said, I just want to say peace be unto you, and I'm out.